there, sister. You here for a dip? Or we can get right to business. 'Cause a glint in your eye says you're here for a reason. No shit! Is it a special occasion? Should I wear my nice shorts?
I don't know about that, but I'd wash behind my ears.
It's been a long time coming. You talked to the others yet? Color me shocked if everyone shows up, but I'll be there, shorts and all. And hey, thanks for getting this all set up. It'll be good to see.
Was the least we could do.
A branch breaks.
Party in the brush!
You're mine now!
Worth and wrath!
One for you!
Worth and wrath!
Just like the good old days.
We're not getting in through there. Lead the way.
Just one measly dungeon, how bad can it be? No, Dario. I'm not doing this.
This is your fault. You went soft on that merchant. Barely nicked him. Reckon he lived and ratted us out to the constable. So we're gonna lay low in these ruins and sit on our haul. Who knows? Maybe we'll find treasures inside that'll make us rich.
Rich? You're gonna kill us all. Wow's eyes. Who are you?
Hey, first of all, we only bled that merchant a bit. Still quite alive when we left him.
I don't like this, Dario. This is how we get ourselves killed. First you said we should come to the Living Lands, and I went with you.
Stealing from that merchant was your idea, though. And credit where credit is due. It was a solid one.
Now you want me to break into some dungeon full of traps? I've had it.
Kuta, bow. If it bothered you that much, you should have said so. Told you we should have gone into the ruins instead. I told you it'd be simpler. Now look what happened. Shut up and draw your blade already. We can argue after we kill this sanctimonious little shit.
Worth and rot! Worth and
Nice shot!
worth and rot!
Shake it off!
Under my...
Dead!
Feet up.
Worth and rot!
Not bad for a scholar. Come on! Come all!
Quiet as a soul.
Glad you're on my side.
Worth and rot!
Capo's been busy. I should have known he couldn't sit still.
Keep your eyes open. I have butterflies in my stomach. And that's never a good sign.
Wouldn't want to be near those when they fall.
Worth and run!
Kai, weapons ready.
Worth and run! Worth and run! Worth and run!
I'll fix this. Coming from the left.
That's done? Who's hungry?
Bandits, probably. Bet they have no idea what to expect. All right. He's overdoing it now.
Got eyes on something?
Worth and rot! Behind safe! Worth and rot!
You won't get one more.
I was just getting warmed up. there's above us, and this water is beneath it, then...
I need a bath. No, a bathhouse.
That's really it. I never thought I'd see it in the flesh. No trap? Huh. Maybe he figured if we made it this far, we'd earned it.
Thank Aethys. I thought you'd never come out of there. I've been waiting for ages. I'm fine. Uncle Capo taught me everything I need to survive. It's why he's always so... No, I can't get distracted. This is too important. Listen to me. I came to find you as soon as I heard what my uncle asked you to do. I just wanted you to meet him, not go on one of his stupid escapades. What do you think? You have to put the heart back. Or take it away. Whatever you do, don't give it to him. I know I didn't follow the path he laid out for me. I've given him everything else to make up for it. But this is different. Apparently, if you grind a fossilized Leviathan heart and mix it with wine, it becomes a poison. I found his notes on it. I think that's what he wants it for. I don't know, but he's been more and more upset lately. I'm afraid he believes he's so sick. He has no other choice. He's been a hero for so long. I don't think he can imagine a life in bed. You've got to put a stop to it. Any way you know how.
The wolf eats the hemlock. What suffering could be so great?
Then we've got to go back. Right now. I'll go find the Tiranui. He'll know what to do. If you can talk any sense into him, Just hurry. I'll be there when I can. I hope so. I'll see you soon.
Worth and rot! Worth and rot!
I was worried for a second.
You're a Darren, right? Over here. Welcome to Shatterscar. Or, welcome to Shark's Teeth, anyway. Damn. I didn't think you'd actually talk to someone like me. Oh, well, I hope I'm not imposing on you. Listen, I've got to take some supplies to that tower up the road. They're for Kotoa and Hayako. Have you heard of them?
Never heard of them, but we meet a lot of people, and I'm not good with names.
They've probably killed more dream thralls than the rest of us combined. Well, they said, why shoot one when you could take out a dozen instead? That's what I'd like to know. These supplies will go a long way, if I can ever get them up there. This is my third trip today, and whew, it's a lot of stairs. I know, sorry. Fighting dream thralls kind of wears down your pride. Katoa and Hayako will make it worth your time if you take them. Keep going through the teeth. The tower is just over the ridge. You can't miss it.
I used to patrol out here. Swore I'd never come back. Tama lost his badge near here.
Unseen, unheard.
Nothing like a win with a good team.
Why can't the way forward in science ever be easy? Oh, hello. I wasn't expecting to see anyone this far from Thirdborn. Are you... Your face! You're a godlike. That makes perfect sense. I had a terrible time trying to find a guide in Thirdborn who'd take me here. But meeting you makes it all worth it. You're right. I'm sorry. You have to admit, though, you are a prime specimen. I'm a mycologist, you see, and I'm working on a compendium of the different types of fungus in the living lands. Sure enough, what happens as soon as I show up? A fungus-based illness. There's a riot of data out here. See? You understand. That's why I had to document it.
Strictly speaking, the Dream Scourge is not a fungal infection, though at times it does resemble one. Trust me, it's far worse. Imagine a soul rotting from within, rampant with disease, alive yet putrid.
Oh, really? Huh. Well, that's disappointing. Actually, since you're here, I'm having some trouble with the sporlings. I've devoted my whole life to my fungal friends. But I'm finding that the ambulatory ones aren't quite as, friendly. In fact, they're quite murderous. I'd normally be against harming them, but please kill the sporlings before they kill me. Thank you. You will? Oh, you're a lifesaver. maybe literally. Good luck. Oh, I've got to write these measurements down before I forget.
Let's finish this.
Armor won't hold up.
Come on! Come on!
It's worse than rust! Worse than rust! Worse than rust!
Enemy to the right! Out this way!
Worse than rust! Worse than rust!
Quick as a faucet!
That's Thomas' badge. You found it. It really was out here all this time. Right where we left it. It sure is. It reminds me of old times. Long marches under the desert sun. Scouting runs through sandstorms so thick we had to tie our tunics over our mouths. You'd be surprised. With the right company, even a storm-tossed journey can be a good one. And Tama, he had a way of making even the roughest patrols feel like a romp. He'd wake us up before dawn with the most off-key singing you've ever heard and a pot of burnt merc brew. He kept us marching until we had sand in every orifice you can think of. And a few you didn't know you had. Just when it felt like we were going to collapse, he'd call it and we'd make camp. And somehow, we'd all find the energy for a few rounds of cards or songs or stories. He did. Coming back here was a mistake. I don't know what we're doing here. Closure. I never understood the term. Just feels like swallowing the thing that makes you sick. Here's the truth. I led a patrol. We were ambushed. Tama came to our rescue, and he suffered a fatal wound in the process. He was the color of an eel's belly. The stubborn bastard made it all the way back to Thirdborn. We got him a sickbed, but we knew he didn't have long. I wish I could believe that. You ever had to watch someone fade away? When it's slow and agonizing, no glory, no din of battle, no distractions. Count yourself lucky. I'd take a keel hauling any day. Sitting there, I noticed that he was missing his badge. And all the time I'd known him, I'd never seen him take it off. Cruel irony, isn't it? He comes to our rescue, and in the process, he loses the thing that marks him as a soldier. I'm sorry, Envoy. I haven't talked about this in a while. I never thought I'd tell this story again. But there's something about the way you've led us, the clarity you've kept. Something about you that inspires confidence. Kind of like well. Thanks. Just having his badge in hand means more than you know. There's just one last thing I've got to do. There's a memorial site with some cairns on the cliffs east of Thirdborn. One of those cairns is Tama's. It's time I said goodbye. Careful, or you'll give me second thoughts. I usually count on my friends to be worse influences, you know. Let's go.
Company!
Who's ready for more?
Dream Scourge is getting worse. First our land, then our animals. Now our people. If we don't put a stop to it, we're looking at the end of the living lands. I keep trying, and the world keeps punishing me for it. As if the Dream Scourge wasn't enough of a problem, the Adherents are profiting off our misfortune. They haven't come to help us. They're here to exploit our weakness. The Steel Garrote are a weapon. Who do you think wields them? It's too bad. We're fighting for our lives, our souls, and our freedom. I don't know if we can win all three. You really think so? My apologies for acting cynical, but it feels as if nature, politics, and even the very gods are working against us. I don't appreciate being backed into a corner, but here I am. Until next time. It's hard to imagine my people taking shelter in
What have you found?
They call themselves the Akita. They worship this strange child.
Boudica will be displeased to hear it.
Boudica is never pleased.
I presume Boudica will entreat me to cull these followers.
The simplest solution.
I will not. The wheel turns. I merely guide.
You fear you cannot.
How could such a creature even come to be? Our ignorance may have consequences.
I agree. Though I will say this. The Queen may have her motives. Sometimes standing idly by is greater subterfuge.
I hope this does not force all our hands.
Gods. I could roast a Balrog on the energy coming off this thing.
Kai, have you ever met a marine godlike? One of Andra's children?
Ingati's children, as they're called in Deadfire. I've heard stories, but never met one. They're rare everywhere, but revered among the Wana.
I've always wanted to study one up close, but they're a slippery bunch.
Why are you so interested?
Purely academic reasons.
You take lead.
Come on! Come on!
Scheiße! Ach, worth and rot! Worth and rot! Worth and rot!
I'll fix it.
Worth and rot!
Faster, I said.
Worth and rot! Worth and rot! Worth and rot! Worth and rot! Ben!
Frida!
Worth and rot! Worth and rot! Worth and rot! Worth and rot!
That'll show 'em.
Ahic worth and rust! Ahic worth and rust!
I still have a few.
Invaders in the garden!
Nice shot!
It feels wrong killing them. But what choice do we...
We have got to put a stop to this thing, Envoy.
Good shooting, Kai. mouse.
Disturb them.
Worse than rot! Worse than rot! Worse than rot!
Gather round.
Worse than rot!
Another soul for the wheel.
Another glorious battle.
I'll fix it.
Worse than rot! Worse than rot! Worse than rot!
We're going in, aren't we? What am I saying? Of course we are. I admit it's much nicer than I expected. A more than suitable home for a shrine.
Bet that was part of something once.
I think worse than Roth! I think worse than Roth!
Did you see the 100 visions too? Were you also called by he who sees and isn't seen? I am speaking of Wal, the Obscured, god of illusions and revelations, futures and falsehoods. They often talk in riddles, and those of us who are faithful to them spend a lot of time interpreting them. Does your god ever toy with you? Mine taunts their chosen with nonsense. A shrine, one of a great many. Each god has several of their own. I had a dream a few weeks ago of Wal. Some say you can hear the gods whispering in these totems. I've tried. It hasn't worked. It's a wonder any of us are still sane, really.
between our gods and this plague. And I'd be happy to give it to you, as long as you humor my request. I said nonsense, not madness. But don't worry. I won't request anything as dire as what has been asked of you or will be asked. I forget what I was told. Tell me if you feel like you're in control still. That's all I want. Tell me if you possess autonomy and choice. Truly. I suppose as long as your purpose is aligned, it'll all be fine. Normally I wouldn't mind passing time, trading nonsense, but I've things to do here. So, take this and go. You'll be fine. Just try not to think too...
That looks like a piece of the thing you were fiddling with at camp. Did that artifact get warmer?
Do you feel that? Reminds me of a storm gathering power on the horizon.
Quiet as the depths.
worse than rot! Worse than rot! Worse than rot! Worse than rot!
Another glorious battle. Right behind you.
It's the way to go.
Worse than rot!
Heal yourself! Quick!
Worse than rot!
Come on! Never had it yet.
Coming from your right!
You're right! Quick as a fox!
A can. Here. What were they thinking? Always used to boast about our family's military history. She was better with a hammer than a sword.
I wager those artifacts you found fit together somehow. Let's have a closer look at camp.
Gather up!
Worse than rot!
Too hot!
It's worse than rot!
Not bad, Envoy.
Okay?
Come on, come on! Another soul for the wheel.
Who's ready for more?
You there! Over here! At least you took care of those bastards. I'm glad I got to see some vengeance served. Don't know why you're here, stranger, but I'm grateful you are. You're not even here to deal with the Zorbs themselves. I suppose I should be grateful you're here at all, right? We arrived at the cave last night, made camp, and it all went downhill from there. Just the four of us. Manu, Kiri, Naoki.
In other words, you're a gang of vigilantes.
Someone had to do it. The guards are stretched thin, and with all of the dream thralls, there aren't many willing to go looking for trouble. Look, after what happened in Fior, we had to make sure it didn't happen here. The Zorbs were our first official mission. Like I said, someone had to do it. Private Naoki was on watch, but I guess he fell asleep because the scaly bastards ambushed us. It was a massacre. Most died then. The rest ran off in all different... Naoki must have gotten away in the chaos. The gods... Private Naoki is one of the squad. He's also a fool. Since we left Thirdborn, he's been running his mouth. The town's been talking about nothing but Fior and...
It crawls into our mind as it crawls into theirs.
It's probably why he was the first one out. Because it was all suddenly real. But we didn't have it. No. Captain Ruiki was fine. We were all fine. No matter what Private Naoki thinks. If you don't believe me, check her journal. That should be enough to please you. Here. Take my badge. Take everyone's. Our families deserve to know we fought and died for them. I don't have long. Let me stay and enjoy the silence before Barath takes me. Please, let me spend my final moments in peace.
used to fish and drink with these people before I left. They weren't soldiers.
No kidding. This was a torch and pitchfork operation.
I didn't realize how bad things had gotten here while I was away.
Emerald Stair should have been your first warning. At least you realize it now. Probably not the mushrooms. Probably.
I'll fix this.
So bad. What'll I tell everyone back home? Oh, praise Andra. Help at last. My squad and I rested in the cave by the water last night, and as we were sleeping, we were ambushed by those miserable Zorips. Look, I can't face those monsters alone. So... Of course he did. Sergeant Asui never has a thought that Captain Ruiki was sick.
that I was paranoid. I heard it all often. And wait, if you found Sergeant Usui, why is he not here? Wow. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Look, I don't know what you think you know, or what he told you. The captain had been acting weird for days. She was giving orders to people who weren't there, yelling at us over not just the captain either. Manu was jumpier than usual. Kiri seemed compelled to echo out. Even Sergeant Usui began. It was more than just stress. Everyone was sick. And it was only a matter of time before it was brought home. Someone had to leave and let the others know what happened. Look, you either believe me or you don't. Just give me their badges and I'll let their families know. I am not a coward. I would not just leave them to die for no reason. A swarm of Zorbs attacked in the dead of the night. What was I supposed to do, huh? Stick around and die with everyone? I'm not a coward! There was no other option. Take it back. Or else, I'll reclaim my honor. That's it. Draw your weapon. To the death.
Let's finish this.
I am worth the wrath!
Didn't stand a chance!
Good shooting, Kai. Forgive me. I keep thinking of hope. Hope.
a fellow traveler. Nothing to peddle here. Former merchant, even I know my limits. Thirdborn has the Dream Scourge. Ugh, terrible. I'm leaving. I tried to tell them my vapors would protect them.
For the same reason, we're not using Adra to cure headaches.
Nonsense! My grandfather sailed the high seas for 30 years, and he saw ancient remedies that far surpass our modern ones. But it's no use. Thirdborn's past saving. Now, if you... The better question is why you're not running from a soul plague. And I'm far too pressed for time to ask it. Fair winds, traveler. Ingrates.
You there. Got some... Good. Looks like you're still in one piece. I've built up quite a collection over the... I've got an eye for quality. They are. I'm sure their owners were sorry to be relieved of. But that's the way it is in this desert.
That's what'll happen to everyone in Thirdborn if we don't stop this.
Worth and rough! Worth and rough!
You've got better aim than a sharpshooter, Giada.
Worth and rot! Worth and rot!
So good.
That was a close one.
Worth and rot! Worth and rot!
Algae.
That's what'll happen to everyone in Thirdborn if we don't stop this.
Lead the way.
Worth and rot! Dead! Worth and rot! Worth and rot! worse than rot!
Enemy to the right.
Heck, worse than rot!
Under my protection.
Heck, worse than rot!
A little help.
Back in the fight.
Heck, worse than rot! Heck, worse than rot! Jihaise! Heck, worse than rot!
Nice shot.
I was worried for a second.
Envoy to the right.
Heck, worse than... Jihaise!
Couldn't have done it better.
Heck, worse than rot!
Can't come through here, friend. Temerty's closed it off for fear of the plague.
Never have I seen magic shaped on such a scale. Yatsley would know what to do. She's resourceful, good at squeezing into small places.
Be a god?
Yes. But have you seen what has happened? A god unbound to us.
It is not one of us.
Perhaps its birth was the natural order.
Very well. If you see all the mysteries of a... how can it rival...
We do not smell rivalry. Does it know?
Just this once, I wish you would make sense.
It is slippery.
If we cannot quantify this god, we cannot be sure that...
marry before the lunge, then?
I will not act now. I will not brook another Wodaka.
Odds. I could roast a Balrog on the energy coming off this thing.
Kai, you've killed people before.
Good evening to you, too. Right behind you.
Nice, clean. Devour! Ich worth rock! Ich worth!
Another win. But who's counting?
Ich worth rock!
Protect the onward.
Nice!
Ich worth rock!
Who's next? Anyone?
worse than rust! Worse than rust!
One for you!
Worse than rust!